crowd shouts for the death of the slave, the Jewish Persians should stand up and shout to save him. And maybe the emperor will hear, and maybe that's going to make a difference, so that the emperor is going to spare the slave's life. Now, this is a remarkable story. And Jewish tradition is replete with all kinds of stories of heroes of conscience. Those who stand up against what everybody else is doing, who stand up for what's moral and for what's right for every member of the community, regardless of their gender or race or religious affiliation, ethnic origin or sexual orientation, socioeconomic status, physical abilities or intellectual affinities. When such a person stands and takes a stand in her or his arena of life, there's a very clear and very strong message affirming that every human being reflects the essence of divinity. So this is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. He was a very charismatic and very powerful orator who was an incredible preacher, and he literally practiced what he preached. Sitting in Birmingham jail cell in 1966, he wrote, "I cannot sit idly by in Atlanta and not be concerned about discrimination in Birmingham. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects